Why is a giraffe there?
He's one of the cameramen. He's one of the producers of this podcast.
Nice.
He's also he's usually on camera on Scissor Bros.
Nice.
He gets a little upset sometimes that he's not on camera for Jeremiah Wonders, but
How many episodes until one of those legs goes into either you or Stevie's ass?
hopefully a long time.
When are you guys planning on? Like, all right, what do you guys call it? The punishment?
Yeah.
You're getting pegged.
Yeah. On Patreon.
For a guy that's not gay at all, you guys have done some questionable gay shit.
It's freaking him, dude. He caught.
Sure.
He caught.
Sure, dude.
Dude, seriously.
Right.
He's like, what about this for the punishment? I'm like, really?
You gotta suck my dick.
That's what I joke about it.
Backwards. That means nose in the asshole, balls on top of the nose.
And the challenges don't come.
The challenges don't come.
No, I always joke with them that, like, I'm like, dude, the way you're building up these challenges, like, episode 100 is full on anal sex.
Did you grow up watching, like, so Jackass was like, because that's so cool that, like, you watch, like, you're friends with Rick and you're friends with all of those guys.
Yeah.
So when you watch that stuff, did you do that stuff when you were younger?
I did. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, I made homemade. We talked about it recently on an episode. I made homemade Jackass videos that I hopefully I should put out some like clips or something online, or like just release it some on the podcast, because I think I still have the tapes inside.
I bet you have a fucking bowl cut in every one of them. I bet you have.
I do have a bowl cut, but I don't
City
know
special.
if I have it in those videos. That might have been the bowl cut. Might have been pre.
Because it's only been a few years that you've been like really attractive. Like you're turning into a good looking guy, but you're aging into it. Like, you know, when you were all spangly gangly when we first met, with the red jacket. But I'm like, I remember we were sitting at Canner's last night. I was looking at you. I was like, damn, Jared's like, you're turning into a really good looking guy. And then fucking Avery is just eating kasha vishpa or whatever the fuck he eats.
Oh, shout out to our buddy Avery Pearson, who we for years did a show with him called Midnight Snack at every comedy club in LA.
Yeah.
It literally failed at every single comedy club in LA.
It was successful in the midnight time slot.
It was successful when it was supposed to be a nightcap show.
Yeah.
But like when we tried to like break it out, we're like, this is bigger than a nightcap show. People are like, no, it's not.
We thought our shit didn't stink at all. We were like, I think when do you remember the meeting with Rita and Paige where, I mean, it was right, my TV show was about to come out or something, and my ego was just probably through the roof, and I was just like, listen, it's like, you can have us or you don't. It's no skin off our teeth. And then they were like, okay, so we're not then. And I was like, all right, that's on you. That's on you.
Yeah. They didn't take the bait whatsoever.
Well, wasn't it? I don't remember the night that, you know, to the audience. So I don't know. You've probably explained it in a little bit, but it's like we did the 10 o'clock show on Saturdays would end, and then we would just take the audience. Me, Jeremiah, and me, you, and Avery would go on stage.
Yeah.
And we would it would be mayhem and fun, and it was great, and no one paid. And if they stuck around, they stuck around. And we'd entertain the ones that did, and the ones that did, we had people that were like, dude, that guy Bobby.
Oh yeah, regulars.
We have fans today. You and I have fans today that are because of Midnight Snack.
Of course, yeah. We even did Big J Okerson's TV taping with Midnight Snack. Like it was a cool thing that happened,
which was great. And anyway, what was the point of all this? But then they move us to Thursdays at 10. The first one was good. The second one, I think it was the numbers were okay. But was that the one where Louis C.K. showed up?
Yeah.
So did everybody.
This
is when he's
peak Louis.
Peak out of the camera frame. That's how big he was.
Yep.
And I think I'm on the piano fucking dancing. You're playing a sax solo. Jeremiah's sweaty, fucking playing the piano, and we're singing a song about somebody's dick, maybe, or something dumb like that.
Oh yeah, of course. We're riffing and talking with the crowd, and it's an open dialogue back and forth.
Fuck. And then we I guess Louis was popping in, and he had popped in, walked in to see if he would go up, saw what we were doing, and went, yeah, I'm not going up on this, and then left. And
supposedly, the verbatim quote was, I'm not going up on this shit.
That was that?
Supposedly.
Who said that, Rita or Paige?
It got back to me that Louis walked in and goes, oh, I'm not going up on this shit. And then peaced out.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if it was Rita, I'm still cool with Rita. Paige, sorry. I don't know. I'm bitter. I'm so bitter. Dude, it was like my home club. I loved that. It's crazy.
Course.
Did you ever see like any of the places that you started? Like, because you were already right from the beginning very focused and building like a relationship with the Comedy Store.
Sure.
I always feel like it was like I was improv and I wasn't accepted at the Comedy Store until later because of the door guys that were working there that were like I remember, do you remember that kid? I don't want to say his name because I don't want this to be like a shitting on people podcast. He's not in comedy anymore. But this is early on. This might be right before you came. And I remember going there, and this is before the, real trauma had happened to me. And I was like still on opiates, and I was just meeting everybody and talking to everybody at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And I remember, like I would just talk to people, and this kid came up to me. He goes, "Hey man, you shouldn't just go up to the headliners and start talking to them. It's like you're new here. Like who do you think you are?" And I'm like, "I'm a human being that just wants to meet people. Like I don't see what the problem is." He goes, "Yeah, well, a lot of us don't like your energy here." And this was like he's gone now. This guy's like totally gone. But that like made me think that like Sandy didn't like me and Matt Edgar didn't like me.
Just the whole crew, because you thought that guy was speaking on behalf of everybody.
But little did I know it was because he actually started dating a girl that I had hooked up with a little bit after. He started dating her afterwards. And then, so that kind of made me go, all right, well, I'm just going to invest time into the Comedy Store. And then the Laugh Factory, there never felt like a way to get in there.
Yeah, it seemed like this impossible, invisible ladder there. Unless you just got on a TV show or something, and then you got hot all of a sudden.
Which, I mean, you had that fucking Chevy Volt commercial.
Hello.
And then the car set on fire, and then they put it on the shelf for a few years.
Bro, can I tell you?
No.
When that happened, I had long story short I booked a national commercial in 2011, which was for the 2012 Chevy Volt, which that was a commercial that ended up allowing me to quit my Starbucks day job and really focus on comedy because it paid my bills for 1 year straight. People were like, what are you going to buy with it? I'm like, nothing. I'm saving it and using it for comedy money. That's it.
What did you make? Like
around like 30 grand or something like that.
Yeah, and I bet you were living with like 8 people, weren't you, in that house?
I was living with 2 other people.
Oh, in that big house?
Yeah. Well, it was the front half of a duplex.
But in total, and in the whole plex, how many people were there?
Oh, the plex behind us. It's like I think it's still illegal how the zoning is. It's a duplex in the front, and then it was an 8-plex right behind it.
It's a 2-bedroom, 3-bath plex with corner office. People are living in that part of the plex, and then there's an upstairs plex.
So basically, the ad starts running, and I see one check in the mail for a few grand, and I'm like, I think if I get a few more of these, like I'll have the confidence to quit my job. Dude, no joke. Like the news came out like within a few weeks. They're like, the batteries have been lighting on fire on the 2012 Chevy Volt. And I was like, no, this is my out. This is going to get me out of here. And luckily they fixed it, and they started airing those commercials again a month later. So I was in a month of purgatory where I was like, am I going to end up making money from this again? And then luckily it did.
And that train kept rolling.
And then it kept rolling.
And you made that. Did you how did it feel make that last latte?
Oh, dude, it was incredible because I hated that job so much. I was horrible at that job.
I don't think you were horrible.
No. I was legit. I've been talking about it more in my act and exploring it lately, how bad I was at that job, because I was very bad at that job.
Just making coffees or dealing with people?
No, they kept what I'm working on. This bit that I'm working on is they kept demoting me at the job, and it was an entry level position. So there's nowhere. They just kept like lowering my status at this job. So yeah, it was bad.
What was your final status?
Sweeper.
Oh God, you're terrible.
I told you, dude.
Get him away from the hot milk machine.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The foamer.
Yeah,
you kill somebody.
I made good foam, but it was a time thing. Everything has to be so fast at that job.
Is that the most high stress job you've ever had?
Ever.
I wonder. I'm trying to think what the most high stress.
When you worked at the strip club, was that like pretty chill?
No.
Or was that super
Day
stressful?
shift, yes. Day shift was the chillest thing in the world. I could do anything. I could put a song on, go smoke a cigarette, come back. I could do whatever I wanted. When I worked at the night place and there was money. Let me rephrase that. When I worked with two managers at night. One was awesome and I could kind of do whatever I want. Then he got fired or he quit, and then they brought in a new dude. And that dude was like corporate strip club. Like he was in the motorcycle gang, the Mongols. So he's just like a typical strip club dude. The other dude wasn't. He was like a fun guy.
I love the idea of corporate strip club. Like,
dude, like
listen, here at our bowls have to be squeaky clean here.
Oh, dude.
After you slugs get off of those bowls, we sanitize, all right?
So imagine, though, it's just like that, but imagine instead of like you being a straight-laced person, it's like a meathead on steroids trying to play that straight-laced, It's like, you ever seen Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
Yeah.
Do you remember when he's like, if you don't shut up, lady, I'm going to take 100 out of your ass or whatever. He yells at the woman at the burger place, and then the manager comes up and he's got his hair slicked and he's like, can I help you, ma'am? Like, what's the issue here? Like, but imagine like a roided out, like neck tattoo, just like from Inland Empire trash. Sorry, Inland Empire people, but it sucks.
dude, there's a big base of our listenership that are IE, so like I'm glad you apologized.
How do I look so bad right now?
Bro.
Look at my eye, everybody.
Josh has pink eye right now.
I don't know how I got it. I don't know.
I think I have a couple ideas.
Maybe it is from that, but I would feel that it would have happened. I feel like pink eye is something much sooner. Like, I really think it's one of those things that like it happens and within an hour you have it.
That's not true.
Really?
No.
Okay. Well, are you a doctor?
No, but I've had conjunctivitis many times over the years from contacts getting infected and stuff like that. Basically, I'd wear my contacts for too long and keep them in my eye.
Oh yeah.
And it literally like would just be like, oh nope, this is a foreign object. And then I would just like for like a few days I couldn't look at light or anything. I was like, I remember playing basketball once in high school while I had pink eye, and I could barely see out of it, and I was like running down the court and I'm like passing the ball and stuff like that.
No one wanted to guard you.
I'm like, I'm literally like wiping my weepy eye in between plays.
You do like a fake mode and like some goo goes.
It's like the Rocky thing. Like,
somebody lands on somebody. Boo! Just take the shot.
It's George. It's all you.
It itches so much. That's the hardest thing.
Yeah, to not itch it.
Itches, and it's also like it's just so funny, everybody, because I'm only in town for a few days, and I'm like I feel good in New York. I'm working out. I'm taking care of myself. Got a haircut. I was like, dude, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna look great. Everything. My eye.
LA knows how to humble you, man.
Can you all tell? Can you zoom in? I wish you could do like a fucking thing right there.
Did you ever have a stripper threaten your life?
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure. Here's the thing is that I stayed very out of it. Like, I didn't sleep with a lot of strippers. I didn't hang out with them.
That's good. It's like the drug dealer. Like, you don't want to be doing the product. You know what I mean?
Oh, I did some product.
Oh,
I did some product. I didn't do it all the time. And
right,
it was
right.
very, very rare. Because that whole world, and you know me very well, so
Yeah.
that's not I'm not that kind of person. I'm not like, I'm very empathetic. I feel, and there's like a real like strong like hard like line that you have to draw to be that kind of person. You have to cut off all emotion, and you're dealing with like people's, you know, the only way I could say it is, you gotta go in there with a heart of stone. You see a stripper sitting, you gotta leave her alone. You can't give her the bone. I know you wanna take her home, maybe get a nude picture in your phone, but your inner heart has grown, and you've shown. I know you wanna fiddle with your loans, well, I meant to say loins. Do you wanna see my gold coins? Come on. That stripper's named Dawn, and I'm gonna give her my pink eye on her pussy. No.
A pink eye on the pussy.
Ooh, pink eye on the pussy.
A pink eye on the pussy.
Pink eye on the pussy.
Pink eye on the pussy is a serious matter.
What you gonna say when the pink eye's on the
But it hardens the
pussy?
vagina and makes it much fatter. Pink eye on the
Pink eye on the
pussy.
pussy. Ooh, it's getting
Pink
much.
eye on
Come
the
on,
pussy.
the bed and pussy. Girl, you wanna give me? Come on, you little baby.
Pink eye on the pussy.
The
Pink eye on the pussy.
Ooh. Even the pink eye's affecting my voice. I didn't mean to go so dirty.
Pink eye on the
Pussy,
pussy.
come on, everybody, come on. I put mine on, you hold that
pink eye
brown,
on the
and now I'm
pussy.
going downtown
pink
with
eye
my
on the
pink
pussy.
eye. Pink eye makes no sound, it is round. Come on down, that's my hound. Ooh, girl, you wanna rock my world? Let me get my eye drops out of my car.
It'll just be a moment. I really need those eye drops.
Oh no, I hit my eyelash, but I thought I hit my eyeball. I'm so happy I never had contacts put in. I don't know how you guys do that. Jabbing your eyeballs?
Pink eye on the pussy.
God, I didn't want to go that dirty. I didn't. But it's to get you to say the P word is
Pink eye.
freaking tough, dude.
It's freaking tough, man.
Freaking
But you know
tough.
what, dude? When it's there, it's there. And that's when I'm not square.
In a dragon's lair.
In a dragon's lair. If there's funny in there, then I'm not a square.
Dude, you got your hair and your glare and a focused stare. Beware.
Because I ain't going to spare.
You shouldn't care.
Nowhere.
Have you met my mayor of
John?
Easttown?
Hi, John.
Hi.
John Mayer. It's John Mayer, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I didn't even think about that one. I was thinking of more like a mare, like a is that like a horse?
Oh, like a mare. Yeah. M-A-R-E. Yeah.
I'm not much of a rhymer, but
You're good. What are you talking about? You improv and riff songs all the time.
well, it was because yeah, but my songs don't really rhyme. Like I do like the
Anthemic kind of stuff?
yeah, I think it's just like I remember I was talking to Josh Wolf about comedy music because he always is like when he's trying to make up a song, he wants everything to rhyme.
Yes, he does.
And
Yeah.
Adam Ray's very much rhyming too.
Yeah.
Adam will do the song, but he figures out a way to make it rhyme. I Where I said to Josh, I was like, just tell the story and just sing it. And if it rhymes, great, but don't go the long way to make it rhyme. And I remember because we did shows together in Sacramento, I was opening for him, and it was just like he kind of tried that, and it was like, oh, I see how it's free, and it's like if you're restricted by the rhyming word, man, that's tough.
Well, man, without you even knowing, that was advice that I got from a music improv teacher years ago. They said it's way, way better to not force a rhyme if you can't think of the rhyme and just say what's funny rather than just trying to squeeze in what will fit in that space. They said a lot of times you'll even sometimes get a bigger laugh because it's a big misdirect if you have established a rhyme pattern and then you throw it away.
How many different types of classes did you take?
A lot.
You took
a freaking lot. Do you want to know?
Yeah, dude, I asked. What do you got?
So there's 3 levels of, it was called Improv for Actors at Second City.
Sure.
That was entry level. Mm-hmm. Okay. But then there was the conservatory program. That was 6 different classes. And then I did a long form improv class that was, I believe, 3 classes. And then I did a music improv program that I believe was also 3 classes. And then I did 2 classes at Groundlings as well, which all of these add up to years and years of classes.
And you did them all in 3 months. Because that's how you run,
That's
dude.
my mentality, baby.
And I wake up in the morning and I'm going to improv class. It's Jeremiah. And then I run home and poop. I gotta wipe my ass. Jeremiah. Hey, Jeremiah. Here's a stick. Here's a skit. I'm Jeremiah.
Jeremiah.
Oh, well, I'm signing up for one conservatory. And you know this one is intro to acting gay. Jeremiah. How to cook. Don't have time I look. Because I'm doing improv. Come on, everybody. What did I say once about improv?
Do you want me to quote you?
Yeah, dude, you can.
There's some language in here that I have to preface.
I don't care. You're saying it. I
guess
just deny that I said it.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to bleep it, but this is what you said. I met you at the iOS open mic.
Is this true?
This is 1,000% true. I'm signing up for the iOS improv open mic, which was an improv theater, by the way. Okay?
Well, it's not an improv. Is it improv open mic?
No, it was an improv theater that took place. The venue was an improv theater.
You called it the iOS improv. Oh, instead of just saying like iOS open mic, you're throwing in the improv. You're doing the full biblical name of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll call it the iOS open mic for you.
There it is. Because it sounds like you're doing an improv open mic.
No, it was a stand-up mic. We're signing up for stand-up sets, and it's a lot of comics that are gathered around a sign-up sheet that are waiting to sign up and all that. And I'm making conversation with somebody else. And I was like, yeah, I do improv too, and like I'm trying to do more stand up now and stuff like that. And Josh, without him being in the conversation, who I was talking to, he goes, "You do improv?" I'm like, yeah. He goes, "Improv's so bro." And then he walked away.
I stick by that. I have it tattooed right here.
Listen, man, it's a little gay.
Dude. You might as well just go suck a dick.
Dude, you don't even have to mime it, all right? Just suck it, man.
I always wish I took improv, man. I still want to.
It's funny because you do so much improv on stage, so it's like you know what I mean?
I just think it would help me in everything. Just in conversations, talking and listening, because it's all about listening. That's my biggest thing is like, I think so many people try to spend time like they just were waiting to talk instead of like listening. That's why Sickler is such like a good interviewer, because he's like dialed the fuck in on the story. And I just have such bad ADD. Do you have any disorders?
Not diagnosed, but
what do you think you have?
On the inside, I think
I think I'm a self-diagnosed paranoid schizophrenic.
But I don't want to make any judgments or anything. I think I definitely have some shades of OCD, some shades of ADD, but it also just could be me being just a little bit neurotic. So it's hard to tell. You know what I mean?
You think OCD? Why? Because of your work ethic, or just because you obsess about things?
Yeah, there's certain things I really they bug me if they're not a certain way. But also that could just be a control thing. So I could have control issues. So I don't know. I also have I have a very high quality expectation for everything that I do. If it's not at a certain quality, I feel really bad about it. Like I feel like I get actually upset about it.
Oh, I've seen, dude.
I know you have.
This is when Jeremiah gets mad.
The pursed lips, man.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No, it's fine.
No, it was cool.
No, it's fine.
It was great.
No. Yeah.
You can't play poker, dude. Your fucking tell is
I have zero. I've always had zero poker face. It's something I've had to work on really hard over the years with auditions and different stuff like that. One teacher at the Groundlings gave me some of the best advice. He goes, he failed me. He failed me.
He goes, this is the best advice I can give you. Chill the fuck out, dude.
I mean,
just chill out.
I mean, that's essentially what he told me.
How did he phrase it though?
He goes, I'm not going to pass you. And I go, why? Because I was like, I'm doing, like, you've seen the laughs I get in this class compared to everybody. Like, why would I not pass this class? He goes, you need to learn a couple things. And I think that if I hold you back and you take it with another teacher, that'll help you a lot. And I was so heated in the moment. I was so pissed, but it was really good advice. He goes, you know what your problem is? He goes, it's not a talent thing. And it's not a lack of ability at all. He goes, you want it too bad, and it reeks on you. He goes, any audition that you go on, if you go in with how you're going into my improv classes, he goes, you'll never get it. You'll never get it. He goes, you have to learn how to be more zen. And he goes, when you learn how to be more zen, he goes, you're going to start booking everything. I was like, I was so crushed and pissed in that moment, but like,
you're like,
I
want it. Come on, I want one or two.
I was like, what's wrong with wanting it?
Come on.
And
can I have that shirt? I want it.
And honestly, that's when I finally got past at the store, was after the third showcase and me being like, well, if he doesn't like that, he's not going to pass me. Cause I was like, I literally did everything I could.
Yeah.
I had to be stripped away of a lot of stuff.
No's are the best thing to help you in life.
It's the only way we learn is no's. The yes is, what do you learn from a yes?
You know, you can see it with some of the comics that got shit very, very quickly. And it's just like, they're not even comics, actors, people, musicians. It's like by building a little bit of humility and just learning that it's like, you know, like if you get shit, and then you just off natural ability, then the idea of like really growing and like pushing, that drive isn't as strong when it's just like, oh, you want to come in? Sure, come in. Oh, you want this? Here, eat this. It's like when you're getting everything, that's why they always say it's like those kids, this is like such a world star hip hop, what's what I'm looking for? Motto, or, you know, that like Gary V, you know that guy?
Yeah.
It's like, because that's like, he's like their Tony Robbins, which is like, and I think Rogan got in trouble for posting this, but it's like hard times produce strong men produce, I'm going to fuck it up. Basically it's saying is like I crawled so you could drive a Mercedes. And then, from that Mercedes, then your next children are going to drive a Ferrari. But then that Ferrari children is going to fuck it all up because they're not strong. I'm not saying it the right way, and I probably shouldn't even said the quote because obviously I just butchered it.
No. I think you nailed it. I think that was a word for word quote that you just said.
And then it was all written like that.
It's like a family tree of the quotes. Like,
geez.
I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense when he puts it that way, but
there's like an in there. There's 3 ums, and like wait. Let me start over.
Okay. And then the quote says, "Let me start over." All right.
Then
Yeah,
it's like, ow, my fucking eye. Have you seen my drops?
Have you seen? I have pink eye. Have you ever got pink eye in the pussy?
That's my new thing. Is introing. Hi, I'm Josh. I've got pink eye. No, but what I'm trying to say is like if you're, you work your ass off, right? And then Wilder, is going to see you work your ass off. And so he's going to be like, well, I have to work too. And he's going to take whatever you do. And let's say he goes into comedy and he's just got all your talent. He's going to get even bigger. So then his kid is going to have a Ferrari, but his kid isn't going to work as hard because he's being handed everything, which then eventually, because he's not working as hard, will then produce. Makes sense. Yeah. And that's something that Rogan got in big trouble for, because he said something about, like, I think he put it into like conservative and liberal form, and then like the liberals got all like, oh, and the conservatives were all like, yeah, because they're like making the conservatives seem tough.
I'm coming.
But it's the truth. It's like, ultimately, no's have made me more successful than any of the real yeses that I've gotten, because the yeses, are great, but when you get like a no, you just go, you kind of like step back into the lab. Because I bet you, did you then take that class again?
Oh yeah, of course I did.
With a different teacher?
Yeah.
And what did that teacher say? He's like, listen, man, you need to fucking get confident. Like, he's the exact opposite. He's like, man, you don't seem like you want it at all, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was I took it again, and it was I've had to put, as a comic, well, I feel like if you want to be better, you have to put your humility to the side a lot. When I had to showcase in between times at the store, one of the hardest things about that is when you showcase, everybody in the scene knows that you're showcasing. Okay? It's not like an audition where
you go into a room and it's just you and the camera person.
Only Josh, as you know, like, you got only your agent, the casting director, and you know it. Okay, so that's 3 people. That's really, if you think about it, the stakes are really not that high. It's great that you got the audition because, like, compared to other people who are wanting it, but whatever. But when everybody, also, like with that, like with an audition, if we're comparing those, it'd be like if somebody, like, you uploaded the link to your audition tape and everybody can watch it and judge it. And then they tell you didn't get the part, and then everybody like sees your reaction.
Oh yeah. It's not, no one knows you have the audition. Yeah. And
so like you have to put I had to, each time I showcase at the store, why it's such high stakes is some people would disappear. Some people would literally, they would showcase, you wouldn't see them at the store again for a couple months because embarrassment and ego and humility, they don't want to separate that stuff. I was up there the next night with a smile on my face, just being like, yeah, I didn't get it, but next time. It was so freaking hard each time to push myself to be like, you have to show up tonight, and you have to have a good attitude about it, because everybody wants to be showcasing, but like, are you going to get another one? You might not get another one, but keep working so you can get another one.
Yeah.
Jeremiah Wonders is brought to you by Upstart.com. If you dread looking at your credit statements, you're not alone. Debt can feel crippling, but Upstart can help you on your path to financial freedom. Upstart is a fast and easy way to get a personal loan to pay off your debt, all online. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, over 1 million people have used Upstart to get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. That's relieving. Upstart knows you're more than just your credit score, so rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check your rate without impacting your credit score in just 5 minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000. You can even receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. Find out how Upstart can lower your monthly payments today when you go to upstart.com/Jeremiah. Don't forget to use my URL to let them know I sent you. That's upstart.com/Jeremiah. Here's the fine print. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Jeremiah and start feeling better about yourself today. Now let's get back into this episode of Jeremiah Wonders with my pal, Josh Adam Meyers. San Francisco, California, and Cincinnati, Ohio. Get tickets at jeremiahwatkins.com.
Yeah, I know some people that showcased for this last go round and they didn't get it and they were like, I think I'm giving up. And I was like,
That's exactly what literally every other comic wants you to do so they can show. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's hard though. It's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been in the game a long time, which I know some of our good friends who showcased in this recent one.
Yeah, but then I mean, there's sometimes it's just you in a place or just in a book or just don't vibe, and regardless of how well you do, it doesn't make a difference. You know, I've had sets where it's like where not even a showcase set, but it's like there's some people that's just you're not going to impress them.
Yeah,
they do not care, or they just don't like you.
Yeah, that happens.
And I am very unlikable. I mean, I did a song about pink eye.
Listen, man, you're just volatile, and it's good. I consider myself a volatile person as well.
Am I more likable with pink eye now that I have like I have like a
like
thing?
You have a burden now?
Yeah. Can this get me a Comedy Central set on digital? Listen, I know you want diversity, but how many of them have pink eye?
How many pink eye comics do you have in the holster, ready to go?
None.
With a fresh 30, ready to go.
They're like, well, I think 2 of them got eczema, but I don't know we have any pink eye.
Well, he's a white guy, but he does have color in his eye. Pink.
God.
It's a little rough. I miss you not being in LA, by the way.
I miss being here. I miss you. Let me rephrase. I miss you.
You miss elements. I understand.
I miss all the people. LA's not. I'm East Coast.
No. You're flourishing on the East Coast.
It's not even that. I love the vibe. I love the energy. I think, look, LA and people like New York comics will shit on LA immediately. Like Big J will shit on. He never wants to come here. So do all those guys. They hate LA.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's fucking great. It's great. It's a great town. But aside from like a lot of our friends and the people that we roll with, there's this whole subsection of just LA people that suck ball. It happened to me at Irwan 5 minutes after being here. I went to go to Irwan to go get food because I was like so tired. I had a really early flight and I hadn't slept much. And I get in there and I'm ordering the food in the line. And I like say to them, I'm like, yeah, so I'll do that with that. And then this like older, rich, like Botoxy, what do you call it? Plastic surgery type woman.
Yeah.
Just goes, excuse me, I need to order. And I just turn to her and I go, bitch, I'm still ordering. Chill out. And she was like, I mean, and it just came so quickly.
How good did that feel?
Oh.
Because I would never do that. But like I can imagine that feeling really nice.
Well, because you know what's funny?
Just every once in a while.
Dude, honestly, Jared, it was something that, because I think we're New York and the East Coast in general is like, you don't fuck with people in the East Coast. The energy and the way people are, it's always like keep to yourself.
Yeah.
And be prepared. If you invite somebody else in, be prepared, because we have to like, dude, it's like I can't tell you how many times it's like you have to walk by like a crazy person that's gonna kill you, and you're just like.
Not that I'm defending LA at all, but I will say this story did take place in an Erewhon.
For sure. I know what I'm walking into.
Right. And that's literally a collection of a very specific group of people in LA who shop there and stuff like that.
The worst kind of LA people. Dude, LA, like, I say this.
Like if you had this interaction at a Ralph's, I'd be like, really?
I don't think anybody at a Ralph's. I think this could happen at a Gelson's, a Whole Foods, and an Air One.
One of those upper tiers.
Yeah, it's not happening at John's.
No.
John's.
Deep cut, and I like it. John's in the Valley. Go check them out.
They're cleaning up some homeless guy just shit in aisle 4. They don't have time. There's people.
Right.
Everybody's just like avoiding that. I do miss it here. And it's so funny that the second I moved away, it was like certain places that I love and people that I love really were like, wait, we have all these opportunities for you out here now. And I was like, well, I'll come back. And this is the way that I like it. And now being able to come back.
Oh, of course.
And do like the jam and do fucking shimmy, shimmy, ya. It's like when I come back, it's like for a party. Mm-hmm. And so and it's
you get to control, and then you get to leave.
And now that it's like I have like the next 5 months booked in the books for dates, it's like to be able to come back here and I don't have to rush so much, and it's like I can kind of breathe.
And if you miss something on one visit, it's like I'll get it on the next one.
Yeah,
I want to start going out to New York more to do stand up on the spot out there.
You should, because it would do great. And there's so many. Great.
we ran it for years out there, and it did very, very well. But yeah, I want to start going back out there and like doing it myself. But yeah, just so I can see people and it not be as big like me going out there as such an event like once every year or something like that. I'm trying to cram like 50 podcasts in 5 days and stuff like that.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want it to be like Los Angeles is just work. I want this to be a place that I still like appreciate coming to. And it's funny. Like, dude, it was like in the teens in New York. And then the last 2 days I was here, it was like 50, 60. And I was like, oh, it's actually really nice here now. And then I go to LA. I would have much rather it stayed in the teens. Mm-hmm. So I come here and I'm like, oh, this is this is so great. Yeah, man, dude, and this is the truth, man. It was like the everything about New York was something that I looked at as like at a young age. I thought it was the coolest. I always wanted to be there. And then I'm surprised it took me that long to really like not just move, because I don't think I was like even unhappy out here. I just was like, there's such a glass ceiling for guys like us where we're like, we are so talented, we are so funny, but we're not stars. And this is a town of like stars. And it's like, if you're on a TV show, you'll always get the spot. If you got that big name, you'll always get the spot. And in New York, I always feel like, for me in particular, it was like, oh, well, they don't care about any of that stuff. Funny trumps everything. And there's no one like me.
Which, by the way, I text you immediately, but dude, I am so proud of you that you like got into the cellar and are working there all the time, like immediately. Like
thanks, man.
That's so huge.
Dude,
it's awesome.
It's fun. It's intimidating to be on a lineup with.
I've only visited there with other comics. I haven't,
It was all Bill. It was Bill, like, because Bill called me and he goes, "Are you?"
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I saw the showcase.
Yeah.
But and I think this is that thing to go along with the, like want it or don't need it. Because I know a couple comics that have showcased there after that, and they wanted it too much, and it showed, and they didn't have a good set, and they're funnier than that set because they got out of their mind. They weren't present. They weren't enjoying it. Dude, I was so. Because Bill calls me, he goes, "So where are you hitting?" I was like, I'm here. And he's like, "Are you going to the cellar?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm not past there." He goes, "I'll get you a showcase. We call you back in 10 minutes." And he goes, "Can you do Friday?" I was like, "Yes." He goes, "Perfect." So I'm not nervous at all because I'd been running so many sets, and it, dude. When you're going up once a night, if you go up once a night, you're going to be in good shape for something big. Of
course.
If you're going up multiple times a night, you're going to be very comfortable.
Get your armor.
Yeah, dude. When we would do the jams, by the last one at Moon Tower, we would be like, "This, I could give a fuck." Like
bulletproof. Yeah.
By the way, Robert's not going to be able to make it to the next Moon Tower.
He already told you?
Yeah, he called me.
He called?
No, I mean,
right.
Yeah, I mean, called.
He gave you a heads up?
He has my number. Like, I'm giving that fucking loon.
He gave you a heads up?
Yeah, he's got a new job. We have a he's basically the mascot that over the years me and Jeremiah have made this guy feel very, very special at the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. Big ups to Colleen, big ups to everybody there.
Yeah. Shout out to Robert and Ashley. We love you.
We love you guys. And Robert was this dude that we pulled up on stage and made this rock song about that was so fun. And then every year we do it, and he becomes this legend, and he is just a regular guy. And I kept saying, I think we both said simultaneous, this guy needs to be like on the way everybody gets a poster. He needs
one of the
a
banners,
poster.
Yeah. One of the banners on the street that you see as you drive in downtown Austin.
He just needs it. And he reached out and he's like, I'm going to try to make the last night work. And I'm like, you have to. But up to the showcase, this is what I want to tell you. So I go down there. I'm ready. I did. Jesus, sorry. Was this work?
It works, but you have to have headphones on to hear it.
Yo. Okay.
You by the way, I will. No. You know what this is? You know what this is? This is your ball sack. You know that video that you made your ball sack? You animated your ball sack?
Snack. Every Friday night at midnight.
Josh would send Avery and I this animated video of his nutsack where he did like cheap like Photoshop like with a quick like 5-second app where it's his balls, but he's making it talk just like with.
Hold on. So I have a picture. One of my balls that I guess Tessa, my girlfriend, had taken, and I have another one. It's my main dick pic that I had from years ago, where it just the way that I shot it, it looks like my penis is laying on my shoulder. Do you know what It's so big. It's because I shot it with the penis in the forefront.
Yeah. It's like a Washington Monument framing kind of thing.
And the little dick mouth, like so it's called Yak It. Yak It was the app.
There it is. Yeah.
It's discontinued now. But I would you could put these lines on the part that you want to move, and I would do my dick.
The balls I would do like this. That's just you with more testosterone. That's all that is. Oh man, come on, you know I'm on HGH. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, I got a deadlift 400 pounds before breakfast. But I would make
this is so funny. I would make the dickhead move, and I would do promos, and then I'd send it to you. I still do that, but
and he's like, "Hey, do you think the Improv will accept this, like on their social page?"
I never said that. I knew immediately.
You would joke about it. You'd act like, "Hey guys, I made a new promo video. What do you think?" like we open it like it's serious. Like, "Oh, cool. He's going out of his way. You know, he's really like trying to push us out there and get us like more views and more people in the seats. Good for Josh." Open it. Hey guys.
Every Friday night at midnight, the midnight sack. And I'd be like, go balls out, baby.
And the balls would be moving. The other thing that would be funny too, what I used to do is with the dickhead one, I would just like when people were talking, I would just like set it up and I'd start recording. And so then I do get like a 15-20 second conversation between like my ex-girlfriend and Avery or David Rubin. And then it would just, anytime they talked, it was just my dickhead was just like, he's like, you played my sing song on guitar. And it was just all cute. No, but this is. I wasn't nervous because showcasing in auditioning is such a nerve-wracking thing. It's something that's helped me when I do this with auditions now too, where it's just like, man, like regardless if I get it or not, like this might be the only time I ever get to play this role. Right. So just have fun playing this role.
Yeah, why not?
And that was the same kind of headset I went in with the seller thing because you're like, dude, even if you kill and she doesn't like you, she doesn't like your style, because I know comics that have done well in front of her that she just didn't like. So if that happens, you could say, well, this might be my only time to ever perform this, so go up there and enjoy it. And when I was nervous, once I thought of that, and actually, dude, every set that I do, man, I literally say to myself, like, this could be the last one. Just go have fun. And who gives a fucking fuck these people? You'd say fuck these people. I remember.
See? Little known fact about Josh Adam Meyers, and it's a big known fact. He knows the hooks and choruses to pretty much every song out there, but none of the actual verses to any song.
I don't. Nor do I want to learn them.
Hey, man, you got your scooter language.
All right, dude, here's the deal. And this is the God's honest truth. If I go up there and sing the way that I do, because I can't not give it and have fun.
Right.
And so if I go up there and sing the lyrics perfectly, the audience is going to be like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, yeah, he sings well, but it's like, dude, this isn't entertaining. It's not funny.
Dude, for the Skankfest, the musical that I was a part of a couple years back at Skankfest.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Uh-huh.
Dude, I rehearsed my balls off for this thing.
I remember. Because
I was told by the director that everyone was going to be off book. And I was like, man, this is a lot of, like, this song is, like, pretty complex. And, like, I have to get this down in, like, a week or so. So I was listening to it on repeat. And I get there, nobody is off book. And I'm the only one. And I'm, like, theater kid. Like, I've got mine down. It did not do very well. Because people are like,
he's trying too hard.
He's trying too hard.
This motherfucker read that on the airplane on the ride over.
I was listening to it because I was told. That's what I was told. And then I did it. And then, like, everybody else killed when they were, like, fumbling through their stuff. It's like, that's what the people wanted to see. I was like,
Do you remember any of it?
No. I have no idea at this point.
Fuck. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
If I found the music to it, it might still be burned in there deep.
Well, I'm signing up for the iOS open mic. It's an open mic. And Josh is gonna come up to me and cut me with a knife. That is bag. He calls Improv for friends of the people.
Let's get into this next segment.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's called Wig.
Wig. Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. I've got pink eye. I can't go out tonight. I'm not going out.
Babe, how do you think you got pink eye?
I don't know. I mean, I was over at Tina's house and we all were like looking at each other's buttholes to see who had the cutest butthole, and I got really close to Sarah's and I think she kind of fooded on me.
Wait, she fooded on you? What is
I
it?
meant to say tooted. I'm sorry, I had a stroke a little bit.
Did you combine?
I don't know. I'm freaking out,
Did
Brian.
you just fart and toot at the same time?
I farted too.
You fooded?
We're not allowed to say fart in my house where I grew up.
Really?
We say
like
fotsy.
That's like a swear?
We say fotsy.
A
My dad
swear?
will kill me if he heard me say fart.
Oh, I accidentally just said cuss and swear, a square. Whoa. Whatever you're doing, I'm a little bit
I
contagious.
think you're made
to
for
right
me, but seriously, like, what are we going to do?
now. Quit touching your eye, all right? It's highly contagious, is what I've heard.
How do I know it's pink eye? How do I know it's
Because it's really pink and, like...
it's on my eye?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Like, listen, babe, I'm not a doctor or anything, but you have pink eye.
What am I going to do?
Listen,
We had such big plans this weekend.
I know yearbook photos are tomorrow, and this is a big deal. I think
I forgot about those. I was just thinking about their weekend. Yearbook photos.
yearbook photos.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So fucked.
Listen, we might have to cut your eye out.
Okay, but
Are you okay with being a patch woman?
you mean like pirate?
Let's rebrand it, all right? It doesn't have to be a pirate.
Have there ever been any really hot one-eyed women?
Please hand sanitize. You've been touching your eye constantly. Do it
I'm
with
touching my hair.
Do it. No, do it with. There you go. Give a quick, babe. I just can't be too careful right now.
You're making me break character.
No. This is. I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Listen, I just want you to be safe and sanitized.
I'm trying to. You might have to burn my hair because it's laying on the stink.
What? It's laying on the
I
stink?
have to hold it like this.
Oh, you're saying that the hair got inside your eye?
Possibly. This might not have been a good idea at picture day.
Okay, so did you just infect your hair? Is that what you're saying?
I might have.
You might have just earned yourself a new piece.
Nice.
Listen, If you give me a blowjob, will I get pink eye?
Yes. Because I have to make out with you first.
Why can't you just blow it?
What kind of man are you?
A real one?
No.
Yeah. Why
A
can't
real man wants a real man. First
a
of all,
real man? What?
A real man wants to really be there with the person that he's having sex with. Connect. Look in the eyes. Eskimo kiss.
Are you talking about a straight dude or a gay dude?
I'm talking about a straight dude.
Okay.
Gay dudes don't even look at each other in the face. They just pound knuckly ass.
Knuckly?
Yeah. Bony butts. But if I'm going to blow somebody, especially you, don't even care that I'm,
Do you need a connection? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. I need to connect with my man. Especially, it's so rude. Give me a blowjob. I had pink eye, you ass.
Yeah. Can I have a blowjob?
No. What you should have said is, can I just tag you from the back? I don't have to look at your hideous face.
Okay. Can I tag you from behind?
No, not no more.
Not no more?
Not no more.
But
It's
I
my
could-
favorite song by DJ Khaled.
Not no more?
Not no more.
Yeah. When he put that out, it really changed the game.
Change the game.
Yeah.
Give me an Eskimo kiss.
But
if you love me, you'll get pink eye too.
If really, that's the metric.
Yeah.
If I love you, then I have to forcibly get pink eye from you.
Yeah.
If you love me, you'll forcibly take this load from me.
If you get pink eye, I'll let you yuck all over me.
That's what
Anywhere.
you call it now? Me yucking on you?
Yeah. I was trying to get a funny word in. I thought yuck would get a giggle out of you.
No.
But your sense of humor is not like mine.
We're different, all right?
Why are we even dating?
I don't know. Should we break up?
Yeah.
What?
How do you feel?
Not-
Are you suddenly sad when you wanted me just to forcibly give you a blowjob without?
Who am I gonna yuck on if we're not dating?
Oh, now you want to call it yuck? I think that's gross.
Oh,
I think that's gross.
Oh, you don't like it when I yuck on your tits?
That actually sounds hot.
Yeah.
Oh God, my eye.
Hey,
when I open my eye,
What
I
if
felt
I
the crust strip.
What if I yuck in your eye and then it cleanses the pink eye?
Anything at this point, fucking a
Listen.
little dab-a-do, baby.
What?
From over here, you got to do it from right over here.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, come on, man. What is that weak shit?
Sorry.
What have you been eating?
Not celery.
You need some celery juice. You need some fucking depth.
Okay. Well, this is productive. Picture days tomorrow. I guess I'll just see you at school. Okay. I love you.
Do you want to hear a funny story about something very close to that?
Yeah.
I was I was like 19 years old. I was I had my parents' basement was where I used to bring, like, I'd go to raves, I'd meet girls Fridays, Thursday, Friday, and then on like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I would go hang out with these girls that I would meet at the rave. And one girl came to my parents' house to hang out, and my basement was where I used to take girls to like hook up. 19 years old, and it's an unfurnished basement. I literally, if it was like a room like this, there's a wall here, had a TV here, had like a couch right here, and then over there would be like the washer and the dryer in the back, unfurnished.
Right.
And me and the girl were hooking up, and she's laying on the couch.
Should this be your Sax Talk?
Hit it, dude. Yeah.
Okay, let me
let's
grab
sax
this.
it up.
Yeah.
This is a goodie.
This is a good one. Sax Talk.
So, me and her had gone out to eat, and we went back to my parents' basement for us to watch a movie. So we put on Holy Man by Eddie Murphy, his best film, some say. And so we start making out, and I can tell immediately we're about to have sex. So I take her clothes off, and I take my clothes off. But at the time, well, here, go ahead, hit me with a little doodle. And at the time, I was wearing a Detroit Tigers hat, the dark blue with the white D for the Shekels, the all-Jewish hip-hop group I was in the late 90s. And it's a brand new hat. And I was like, well, let me just get this out of the way. And I take the hat off and I throw it over top of her and over the couch by the washing machines. Which I would say is about 5 to 6 feet away at least. And then we start doing the thing. And it's some of that, you know, good. Now, at the time, I was 19 years old, and I didn't really use protection. So, you gotta be on top of it so you don't pop and ruin your life. So, right at the end of sex, I'm feeling it coming. I pull out, and I shoot. And the first one, pow, man, like a bomb exploded. Shoot it over her and over the couch. And because that first one was so strong, the other ones, they just kind of did a little dribble skibble. One more. And now like a real small one. There you go. And then we sit next to each other. We'll lay kind of on the couch together. And we're just like, oh, man, that was incredible. And I say to her, we should probably go get some food. You want to go to Red Lobster? Because that was my go-to spot to take the girls at 19. And it was Crab Feast, too. Fest. I fucked that up. I called it Crab Feast. It's Crab Fest. So give me like a just whatever the fuck up sound would be. Very nice. And then we got dressed. And we started heading up the stairs. And I go, oh, wait. I need to go grab my Detroit Tigers hat. And I remember that I threw it 5-6 feet away by the washing machines right before sex. Then I walked over there to find the hat, that brand new dark navy blue hat. And that first load that was super powerful hit it right fucking there, dude. I shot a load 5 to 6 feet. To this day, I don't think I could do that again, even if I tried. And that is the story of the greatest load ever shot. Now do a tight zoom in on my crippled eye. Whoa! Was that good?
That was the load heard round the world.
Shock the world.
Shock the world with a load around the world. Every boy and every girl knew about J-Mo's load. It was a big, long load.
I'm not passing you, Jeremiah, to load 102, because you gotta take load 101. You better be humble in your load shooting, boy.
If you're not humble, I swear you're gonna crumble before my knees and my load.
The load knows you want it so much. You gotta chill out and just let it flow, because if you let it go, it's gonna know you know, and then it ain't gonna go.
Oh, it's the devil and the load.
It's my favorite song by the Marshall Tucker Band.
The devil and the load.
The Devil in the Load, directed by Adrian Lynn. He did Fatal Attraction.
Brother, it's always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you for asking me to do this, man. This was great.
Dude,
I had a
of
blast.
course.
I don't get to see you that often.
I
and
know.
You're fucking killing it, dude.
Dude,
You're
you
killing
too,
it.
brother. I see you freaking blowing up all over New York, and that's inspiring, man. I love seeing the grind and seeing how much you're getting up. And dude, this guy has sold the same TV show 19 times,
18 times. Sold the podcast 3 times.
But what that says, like jokes aside, your passion and your tenacity, like you keep finding ways to create and make shows happen, and it's amazing to see, dude. It's always inspiring, and it's always like pushing me to like try to be more creative and stuff. It's awesome.
There's people like us that we just, we have nothing else that we can do other than this. And it's like we have to figure out a way to keep ourselves surviving in this business, because 1 minute stand-up's going to pay the bills, the next minute podcast is going to pay the bills, the next acting, it's just. So I tell that to every young comic, man, if you're just focusing on stand-up, unfortunately, you better fucking be really fucking funny to the point where it's like to really make a living off that. And so you got to keep your irons on every. You just gotta be constantly cooking different meals, and I think learning from, and seeing you, dude, I mean it. It's like you're just, I don't know anybody that works harder than you. And I'm not just saying that because you're complimenting me. Like, you really, you've only met your son once.
Do you know what I told Maya this year? One of my New Year's resolutions
was what?
Is because I'm glad that people know me as a very hard worker in the scene. But I told her, I go, my goal for not this year, but like this year and moving forward is to become not known as just like one of the hardest people that are working in show business, but one of the smartest people. Like how smart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a difference between somebody who's like, man, that guy, that poor SOB, he works hard, versus like, that guy works smart. Like, he knows how, do you know what I mean? He knows how to make things happen. So that's like something I've been telling myself is like, especially since the baby's been born, and my wife and I've talked a lot about this, is working smarter, not harder.
Yeah. I believe it. You only have X amount of time.
I know.
And you need to spend time with that, and you need to spend time with your wife, and you need to have a life still that it's time just for Jeremiah other than working.
Yeah.
And, the more, and because then, I don't know, I really do feel like you love it so much. Like, you sitting down in front of Final Cut Pro, you're like, here we go, baby. Now let me doodly do, and there it is, and that's zoom in on my rectum, and perfect.
What can I say? I'm the Martin Scorsese of Patreon.
You're killing it, dude. You're killing it. I'm proud of you, man.
Love you, brother. Thanks so much for coming by, and anytime you want to come back, you're welcome to.
Thank you. Disinfect all of this.
I will.